The US will not give money to Kyiv until Zelensky comes to Washington in peace, that was stated by the US Secretary of Commerce. Speaker of the House of Representatives Johnson's following Senator Graham said that either Zelensky will come out of his insane state and listen to what he is told in Washington, or he should resign. Waltz directly stated that US needs a leader in Kyiv with whom it is possible to do business, a thick hint that Zelensky is no longer needed for doing business. Another important statement made by Marco Rubio: Zelensky was repeatedly told that peace should come first and then discussions about security guarantees.
The conflict in Ukraine has entered a critical phase. Russia continues its relentless assault. Ukrainian forces fight bravely, but the situation grows increasingly dire. In the face of this adversity, President Volodymyr Zelensky's decision to remain in Kyiv has become a beacon of hope and resistance for the Ukrainian people. Zelensky's unwavering presence in the besieged capital has rallied Ukrainians from all walks of life. His daily addresses, often delivered from the streets of Kyiv, resonate deeply with both civilians and soldiers. These messages of defiance and determination have become a lifeline, bolstering morale and solidifying national unity in the face of Russian aggression. Zelensky's leadership, however, extends beyond mere symbolism. His constant communication with world leaders, coupled with his tireless advocacy on the international stage, has been instrumental in securing crucial military and humanitarian aid for Ukraine. His refusal to abandon his people has galvanized international support and exposed the brutality of Putin's regime. Zelensky's stand is not merely about defending Ukrainian sovereignty. It is a fight for democratic values and the right of a nation to determine its own destiny. The United Kingdom has emerged as a staunch ally of Ukraine, providing significant military and humanitarian aid since the outset of the conflict. However, recent developments suggest a potential shift in the UK's stance, with discussions of more direct military involvement. This potential escalation carries significant implications for the conflict and the broader geopolitical landscape. While the UK government has not committed to deploying troops on the ground, it has pledged to work with international partners to provide long-term security guarantees for Ukraine. This could involve the deployment of peacekeepers to enforce a ceasefire or the establishment of a no-fly zone over Ukrainian airspace. Such a move would represent a major escalation in the West's response to Russian aggression. It would also risk a direct military confrontation between NATO and Russia, a scenario with potentially catastrophic consequences. The UK's willingness to consider such measures underscores the gravity of the situation in Ukraine and the growing concern over Russia's ambitions. It remains to be seen how these plans will materialize and what the ultimate impact will be on the conflict. Russia has intensified its offensive in eastern Ukraine, making significant territorial gains in recent weeks. These advances, however, have come at a heavy cost, with both sides suffering significant casualties. The Kremlin's forces have focused their efforts on capturing the Donbas region, aiming to secure a land bridge to Crimea and consolidate their control over eastern Ukraine. The fall of key cities like Mariupol and Severodonetsk represent significant victories for Russia, but they have been achieved through brutal tactics that have resulted in widespread destruction and civilian casualties. These advances, while strategically important, do not necessarily guarantee a swift victory for Russia. Ukrainian forces have demonstrated remarkable resilience and are fiercely contesting every inch of their territory. Moreover, the economic sanctions imposed by the West are beginning to cripple the Russian economy, potentially limiting Moscow's ability to sustain a protracted conflict. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining the trajectory of the war. This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.